Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. We are playing with a Spectral Shield Throw, a Juggernaut in the Bestiary League. And today's goal is going to be to get to the Lunaris temple, deal with the Exile that has taken up residence there, and after that get started on the other side of town, the Ankh of Eternity questline. And then working our way towards the Lunaris temple. So I think this side is going to be mostly tapestries. Not a lot of beasties, means I'm not expecting a lot of beasties. Oh wow, gem got a promise just dropping. It's kind of neat. Huh? Gem 20% quality. And you only need 3 of these. That's even for someone that really doesn't like farming all that much. Might actually be obtainable. Ooh, ghost and a yellow, come on, you can do it, ghost. Ah, good ghost. Good ghost. Okay. Getting frozen by that thing, maybe not that great ideal.
Orb of fusing.
But in the end, they all fall. Nightbringer Lucius. See, spiritual replacement of General Gravices. Level 19 gem. It's a bit of a gem theme going on here. Even though I think, no, the Lunaris temple is the one that had the Gemling Queen in it, of course. Follow to Flame Blood, so let's just step aside. Not get hit too much. And then into this we go. Ooh, red monster. Saccharine adders. Ooh, snakes. Okay. So all the add-ons are gone. Now let's see if we can do some damage. They are darn sturdy. Okay, let's throw the trap and then yes. 1 blood viper for me.
The first ones look upon this capture with pride, Exile. You hunt well.
Still no red chieftains. I just need the 1 to unlock the recipe. Well, and after that probably more to just see if I can craft multiple unique claws in case I don't get the advancing fortress in one go. Okay, we defend. Oh, we actually feed souls to relic. That's okay. I can do that. Okay, corpse explosions, that's maybe less successful here. That would be standing on top of quite a large pile of corpses. But it worked out rather well for me. So, essence, that's always nice. And there we have it. Okay, no, let's actually just go back to town, empty the pockets, and then hoover up everything else that drops. So and it doesn't really look like any of the bases are gonna be useful for me. So just sell all the things. Then a tier 4 essence, that's always useful. And some cards. Okay. I do like how there's no relatively high amount of enemies that are just swarming in to get you. And Spectral Shield Throw really deals well with enemies that swarm you because it shoots. No, it's effectively a Nova that you shoot away. It hits in all directions. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And no, of course I picked the wrong side. The exit is on the other side. So I probably should have just paid attention to the direction that the tapestry on the floor, or the carpet on the floor, leads to. That's kind of a dead giveaway. And again, the high concentration of enemies persists. Flaring pulse bloods. Never really saw that as too difficult a bloodline.
Chaos or
Hello. So I noticed when just trying to stock up on more traps is the iron nets. They cost 2 orbs of transmutation per 3. Steel nets cost 1 orb of alchemy. Apparently there's nothing that costs orbs of alteration, which is interesting. Because they reduce the cost of some of the lower tier nets, but apparently they just basically got the entire orb of alteration out of the equation. So, well, given how rare the orbs of alchemy are supposed to be, I think I'm just gonna try and stock up as much as possible on the strong nets for most of the campaign, and then once I hit maps, either do the 3-for-1 or be very, very careful with buying the higher tier nets until I feel out for myself just how common or rare those orbs of alchemy are. But most of the time, though, if you don't capture too many monsters, then you can probably get away with just trying to live off the land in terms of nets. Hey, a graveyard map. I think this might be one of my first map drops. And indeed, I get a tutorial pop-up, so it is indeed my first map drop. That is kind of nice. Well, it's nearly level 60 area, and I suspect 59. I was gonna say, no, would be appropriate if it would start at a round number. But I guess 59 is fine as well. Now at that end, it just turns around. So, on the perfect circumstances, yep, breaking that 10,000 listed DPS. There's of course some conditional bonuses that are not even mentioned in the tooltip that have to do with all the receiving side conditions. I do extra damage while I'm leeching, which, well, is actually often. Once I have the bleeding wheel, I'll also do extra damage against targets that are bleeding. Of course, again, that's not something you're gonna see in your tooltip. And the whole bleeding damage aspect is something that you won't see either. Which still, if something ends up bleeding, it's gonna be 20 to 25% more damage compared to what it is now. Let's see, 2 wagons, so that's probably again where the wall is. That is how it is on the Act 3 version of the area. So an area like this that doesn't really have a lot of beasts or no beasts is pretty good for stocking up on nets apparently, because you're never really using them. Okay, increase the rarity. So, and a pack of magic monsters. That's almost as good as a pack of rares. Even though in this case no, there's no natural beasties in the area, so then it doesn't really matter too much. But if you have an area with lots of beasts, then having a chest roll with multiple rares, it could net you another captured beastie. Or two. So what did this one actually do? Sire of Shards, if you get 5 of them. I think Sire of Shards was a staff that had an ice version of the Firestorm. I think. Could be that I'm confusing it with another one, but it's one of those built around unique items. Okay, and one more traveling node, getting a little bit more strength. Oh, strength is good. Boost your damage. Because we do have iron grip. Once we do the Merciless Lab, then strength is also going to mean accuracy. And then life's going to be pretty sweet. For now though, no, hit chance is around 90%. 89%. Though the chance is always measured against something of your own level. I'm 64, it's a 59 area, so I'm a little over leveled. So my actual hit chance is going to be a little bit higher. But yeah, I think the timing of grabbing the accuracy Juggernaut node for Merciless Lab, I think the timing is good. And that's when the, especially pump with items like the Peregrine and the Caro Reward, get a decent chunk of accuracy from those, and some other rares also have some accuracy. So now by the time you're not really feeling the effects of that anymore, then of course you grab your Ascendancy and it boosts things. Portal. Hello there. I can actually throw a trap at you. Look at that. So, almost looks like he's doing no damage at all. Oh, in terms of regen, only at 300, so get about 60. That's not too bad. So, we have one blue egg. Time to capture more.
Happy to share my hard
But first, empty the pockets. Ooh, unique jewel, or your rare. Physical damage with swords, that's not appropriate. Cold damage, not appropriate. Ignite duration and a chance to ignite, all not appropriate. So, into the bargain bin it goes. Then, a very first map. That's that one. We have a gem. And then we have a jewel. Yeah, so this is going to be clogging my inventory for a while. So what if we just do it like that? Then we can put the other egg on top. And then that's that. So, left hand side cleared out. So let's take the toxic conduits and look for an ankh. I think we can do the ankh quest. And grab the grain waypoint or something. That already gets me quite far into the direction of Lunaris temple, or Solaris temple. And I'm not entirely sure anymore if the Ankh of Eternity quest gave a skill point or if it was some other useless reward. But either way, no, we're here, we might as well. And I think for the amount of effort you have to put in, you might as well get a skill point. Because the trick is, it's a relatively large area, and somewhere along the sides is where that ankh is hidden. and then somewhere near the end is usually where you have to deliver it. If you first go towards the end and then discover like, hey, I need to backtrack in order to find that ankh, then it's gonna be less useful. Most of the time, if you stick to the bottom, then you'll find like a little exit that takes you onto a small island or something that actually has the ankh. Well, like for example, this could be it. Could be it. Oh, it's also a new area. I have to keep my eye out for beasties. Though I see zombies and I see yellow. But yeah, zombies and skeletons and ghosts, so it's not gonna be a very beastly area, I suspect. But not the next area, but the outer fields that of course has devourers and all kinds of other beasties. So I think, no, that kind of makes up for it. Ah, it's ruin hellions. That makes sense. Put some doggies in there. Okay. Oh. I slightly misaimed. And we have captured a hellion.
This one is captured. I now will take it.
And then let's look for that yellow. We found the yellow. Yeah, that's also one of those doggies. Yeah, it is zapping.
The first ones look upon this capture with pride, Exile. You hunt
Decent concentration of enemies here. And yes, the totem. Now the skeletons are mine. Strongbox, let's see what we can. 3 rares, yes please, that is the best one to roll. Identified items, so we hide it, then just take a small step backwards, see if you can locate the rares and just to see what the heck they are. Because they're just scattering out so much I can't actually see what they are. So Shadow Limb looks like an archer. I don't think there's any beasties in there, it's just skeletons and ghosts. Okay. Too bad. Also, who ran away? Ah, there we are. No, that was kind of uneventful. Oh, little bridge. And there we have it. Exclamation point marks the ankh. Yes, that's good. So actually one of these zombie types here, they are the ones that drop ballistas. I think it's the engineers. Yeah, engineers. So it's not just the rogue exile that we encountered last time that drops them. There's at least one monster type that actually drops the ballistas. But I think it's also one of the very, very few ones. In Act 6, of course, you've got the totem droppers. But outside of those, are there any more that really summon totems? I don't think so. I mean, then of course, yeah, you got some Rogue Exile versions. And you've got Ancestral Bond, that's a Nemesis mod. That could lead to it. But other than that, most monsters, they just do their own thing. Well, you got some, the Mortician types, they summon zombies. Oh, the reanimate zombies. You got some of the necromancers that actually raise the dead. But that's, I don't know, to me that always feels different than reanimate, than summoning things out of thin air. It's a different style. And then the question is, where is Clarissa hiding? Because it looks like I did manage to... Oh, I actually skipped that thought. It looks like I was at the end, but actually there was another plank leading to another section. This area is rather tricky for navigation. It's very easy to miss the way forward. Especially because there is always a real risk of having to backtrack quite a bit. Okay. Stormbearers, sure. I think I can kill them before it explodes. It feels like the wait time for the animation. You got a little longer now than you had before to get out, or to just wrap up the pack and then move out. Whereas before it felt like it was shorter. Could be that it's just completely something I'm imagining, but... Well... I want to go through the portal, empty my pockets, and then pick up the thing. Also, we still need to go to Clarissa. Let's see... Gloves... Decent amount of life, but no resists. Kind of nice to have some resist on your gear, especially once we hit Act 10. Of course, we're gonna lose another 30% to all resists. So, getting that sorted out, kind of useful. So you can't just walk up to Clarissa and say, "Hey, here's your ankh. Have fun with it." She really wants you to just hand it over to her outside of town. Shroudwalker. That of course doesn't really help with the blinding part. Also, I didn't really see any drops. Did I actually kill it? Oh, maybe it got lucky. Okay, so we have found a grain gate. Oh. Yeah, let's put up a portal here. Then go for the waypoint, which is next door. Okay, that doesn't really help them with the portal. And now we can go back. Back to the key. Okay. Ah, it continues here. Does it? No, it doesn't. Oh, it continues down there. It does not. So, okay, so this really has been fully explored. Ah, down there. Yes, this is Backtrack Bay, where you're never really sure of where to go. Well, I guess there's some sense of adventure in that, but that's not entirely how I'm experiencing it right now. At least we get to kill or capture a yellow for my troubles. Okay, let's just throw that trap already, and I have you.
The first ones look upon this capture with pride.
Okay. Ah, and we have found it. Good thing is, of course, we already have the next waypoint, so we don't have to run all over the area looking for the exit now. And then a resurrection site. Hello, Clarissa. There you go. And the ankh kind of turned dark. Yeah, kill all the zombies. almost like an Elreal mission, this. You don't even have to defend Clarissa. She's just sitting there, cowering. Okay, and goodbye. And I didn't really want that one. This is trading. Yet another Quicksilver. That's always good. And then I think we can go to town and have a chat with Clarissa.
Ask away.
But first, emptying pockets. Okay, what did we get? Ah, see, it was a book of skill. That makes it worth it. Okay, increased damage with bleeding. So right now, 900 to 1500. We got about 50 to 100 on top. That's kind of nice. Nice. I mean, these two nodes are the ones that are going to make a big difference. No bumping up from 25 to 55. Then bleed is going to be more consistent. So I think this is going to be a very nice point to call it the end of the episodes. We cleared out Lunaris Temple. We got the ankh thing done. So in next episode we're gonna head out, hunt down the Gemmeling Legion for Maramoa. Just have a little chat with her. Gemmeling Legion, and then afterwards, roam around a little bit in the fields. And then Solaris Temple, and depending on how fast that goes, we might even just do the boss fight afterwards as well. But for now, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.